Welcome to Crypto Hub, where we deliver timely, in-depth insights into the ever-evolving world of digital assets. In today's fast-paced market, staying ahead means understanding not just the price movements, but the underlying forces driving them. Hello everyone, this is your host from Crypto Hub, bringing you a comprehensive update on the current state of the cryptocurrency market as we navigate through May 2026. Bitcoin continues to demonstrate remarkable resilience, holding steady above the $81,000 mark, even as altcoins like XRP and Solana show explosive momentum, sparking widespread speculation about whether the broader crypto market is on the verge of a massive breakout. This dynamic has captured the attention of investors worldwide, from seasoned institutions to retail participants eager to capitalize on potential shifts. As we delve into the details, we'll examine the technical setups, fundamental catalysts, macroeconomic influences, and what this could mean for the weeks and months ahead, providing a balanced, professional analysis grounded in the latest market data and developments. Bitcoin's ability to maintain its position above $81,000 is a significant psychological and technical achievement in the current environment. As of the latest trading sessions, Bitcoin is hovering around $81,200 to $82,000, showing modest daily gains and consolidating after a strong weekly performance. This stability comes after a period of volatility where the asset tested lower supports but consistently found buyers stepping in. Institutional interest remains robust, with major players like Strategy continuing to accumulate substantial holdings, adding hundreds of millions in Bitcoin purchases, even amid fluctuating sentiment. ETF inflows have been particularly noteworthy, with billions flowing into spot Bitcoin products, underscoring a structural demand that outpaces new supply from miners. This holding pattern above key levels suggests that despite broader market caution, Bitcoin is acting as a solid anchor for the entire ecosystem. The resilience of Bitcoin can be attributed to several converging factors. On the macroeconomic front, expectations around interest rates, potential regulatory advancements, and global liquidity conditions are playing a pivotal role. Investors are viewing Bitcoin increasingly as a store of value and hedge against uncertainty, especially with ongoing geopolitical developments and supply chain concerns influencing traditional markets. The four-year halving cycle continues to be a topic of discussion among analysts, with many pointing to historical patterns that could see Bitcoin push toward new highs later in the year, potentially targeting ranges between $100,000 and $150,000 by year-end, according to firms like Standard Chartered and Bernstein. However, short-term sentiment remains mixed, with some traders noting the absence of 3 consecutive bullish months in certain market phases and the 750-day post-halving milestone as points of vigilance. Yet, the price action itself, closing strong weekly candles, tells a story of underlying strength that many observers believe the broader market has yet to fully price in. While Bitcoin holds the fort, the real excitement in recent sessions has come from altcoins, particularly XRP and Solana, which have posted impressive gains and broken out of consolidation patterns. XRP has surged past the critical 1.40 resistance level, trading around 1.41 to 1.46 in recent data, with notable volume spikes indicating strong conviction behind the move. This performance has outpaced Bitcoin in relative terms over short periods, drawing attention from both technical traders and fundamental investors. The breakout appears driven by a potent mix of regulatory optimism and institutional positioning. Central to this is the impending Clarity Act, with key deadlines and markup hearings approaching that could provide much-needed regulatory clarity for digital assets in the United States. Market participants are pricing in positive outcomes, such as clearer guidelines that would facilitate greater adoption by banks and financial institutions. The technical picture for XRP further supports the bullish narrative. Analysts have highlighted classic formations like the cup and handle pattern on daily charts, with measured targets pointing toward 170 or higher if the breakout sustains. Trading volume has increased dramatically, often exceeding $1.5 billion daily, accompanied by ETF inflows that signal growing mainstream interest. Ripple's ongoing developments, including expansions in stablecoin issuance like RLUSD, partnerships in regions such as Brazil, and the growth of real-world asset tokenization on the XRP ledger, add fundamental weight. With over $2 billion in RWAs already on the ledger and increasing utility in cross-border payments, XRP is transitioning from a speculative asset to one with tangible use cases. This combination of catalysts makes the current explosion in price not just a short-term pump, but potentially the start of a more sustained uptrend, contingent on legislative progress and broader market risk appetite. Solana, meanwhile, is also making headlines with its strong performance, trading near $93 to $96 and eyeing the psychologically important $100 level. Sol has broken out of a year-long downtrend, posting gains of around 5 to 10% in recent sessions amid rising on-chain activity and ecosystem developments. The network's high throughput, low fees, and vibrant DeFi and meme coin sectors continue to attract users and developers. Recent upgrades, including the testing of Alpenglow, the biggest consensus overhaul in Solana's history, are generating buzz, promising even faster transaction finality and improved scalability. This technical progress aligns with real-world integrations, such as stablecoin launches by major players like Western Union and tokenized funds from institutions like State Street, highlighting Solana's growing role in traditional finance. Solana's ecosystem metrics are impressive, with stablecoin supply reaching significant figures, a high percentage of total blockchain transactions, and partnerships involving AI and payments. Whale activity has picked up, with large holders accumulating, while open interest in futures markets indicates leveraged bets on further upside. Technical analysts point to key resistance zones around $100 to $105, with potential targets extending to $115 or more if momentum builds. However, like the broader market, SOL faces challenges such as past network congestion issues, though ongoing client developments like Firedancer aim to address these. The current breakout reflects renewed confidence in Solana's ability to compete as a high-performance layer for decentralized applications, especially as institutional capital flows into the space. The interplay between Bitcoin's stability and the explosive moves in XRP and Solana raises an important question. Is the crypto market gearing up for a massive breakout? Total market capitalization hovers in a range that suggests accumulation rather than distribution, with altcoin seasons often following periods of Bitcoin dominance. Positive ETF flows across multiple assets, improving sentiment indicators, and legislative tailwinds like the Clarity Act contribute to an optimistic outlook. Yet risks remain. Macroeconomic data, including inflation readings, employment figures, and potential shifts in monetary policy, could sway investor risk tolerance. Geopolitical tensions, regulatory surprises, or profit-taking after sharp rallies could introduce volatility. Bitcoin's hold above $81,000 provides a floor, but a decisive move higher would likely catalyze broader participation. Diving deeper into market dynamics, on-chain data reveals increasing activity across major networks. For Bitcoin, metrics like active addresses and transaction volumes show steady engagement, while exchange reserves indicate coins moving into self-custody, a long-term bullish signal. XRP's ledger sees heightened transfers, consistent with growing payment utility, and Solana continues to lead in daily transactions, bolstered by its DeFi TVL and NFT marketplaces. Sentiment tools, including the Fear and Greed Index, remain in cautious territory, which historically has preceded significant rallies as it reflects room for more capital to enter without excessive euphoria. Institutional reports from firms tracking crypto highlight accelerating adoption curves, with projections for substantial growth in tokenized assets and stablecoin usage across chains. From a trading perspective, key levels warrant close monitoring. For Bitcoin, support zones around $78,000 to $80,000 could act as re-entry points if tested, while resistance near $85,000 represents the next major hurdle. XRP bulls will watch $1.50 for confirmation of strength, with potential pullbacks to $1.35 offering buying opportunities on dips. Solana's $90 level now serves as dynamic support post-breakout, with $100 as the immediate target. Risk management remains paramount. Diversification, position sizing, and awareness of correlation with traditional markets are essential. Long-term investors may view current levels as attractive entry points given the maturation of the industry, while shorter-term traders capitalize on volatility around news events like legislative hearings or upgrade rollouts. Broader industry trends further support the potential for expansion. The rise of real-world asset tokenization, integration of AI-driven applications, and expansion of decentralized finance protocols are reshaping how value is transferred and stored. Regulatory clarity, when achieved, tends to unlock trillions in potential capital from traditional finance. Events such as major conferences and developer summits continue to foster innovation, with Solana's ecosystem particularly active in this regard. Meanwhile, Bitcoin's narrative as digital gold gains traction amid global economic uncertainties, providing a foundation upon which altcoins can build. The current environment, characterized by Bitcoin's consolidation and altcoin outperformance, mirrors patterns seen before previous bull phases where capital rotates and markets expand. It is important to approach these developments with a measured perspective. While the signs are encouraging, strong technical breakouts, fundamental progress, and institutional inflows, crypto markets are inherently volatile and influenced by unpredictable external factors. No single asset or event guarantees outcomes, and thorough due diligence is advised. Investors should consider their risk tolerance, time horizons, and conduct independent research rather than relying solely on market hype. At Crypto Hub, our commitment is to provide factual, insightful coverage to empower informed decision-making in this dynamic space. In summary, Bitcoin holding above $81,000 offers stability, while the explosive moves in XRP and Solana highlight the market's potential energy. Whether this leads to a full-scale breakout will depend on sustained momentum, positive catalysts materializing, and favorable macro conditions. The coming days and weeks, including key legislative timelines and network upgrades, will be critical in setting the tone. Stay vigilant, diversified, and informed as the crypto story continues to unfold. Thank you for joining us on Crypto Hub. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share for more professional crypto updates. Until next time, trade responsibly and keep building your knowledge in this transformative asset class. This has been a detailed market overview from Crypto Hub. Stay ahead with us.